Welcome to Hastings Outdoors, straight from the Mississippi Flyway to your hearts. Let's go! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another episode of Hastings Outdoors. I am your host, Andrew, coming to you in true Hastings Outdoors fashion. Not live at all. If you're seeing this right now or hearing this right now, this is absolutely 100% a recording. It is not AI, and it is not live. Just for your information. Any of you guys out there that may be conspiracy theorists, I am a real person, I promise you that. And yes, this is a recording, so anywho's and McCalls, it's welcome to Hastings Outdoor Studio, guys. There's very little seating here, so if you want to come on, hey, come on in. Yeah, no, you're good, man. Come on. There ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody there. I'm just messing with you guys. Welcome to yet another episode. And guys, I got to be honest with you. I have absolutely lost track of the episode count. I have no idea. I won't find out until I go to post this. So, hey, for what it's worth, I'm still at it, guys. If you like, one little tidbit here to plug this, guys. If you guys are enjoying this, if I make you laugh a little bit, maybe, I don't know. If you think I'm crazy and you're like, hey, this guy's losing his marbles in his garage, that's probably an accurate assessment. I'll give you that. Good job. But if you guys are enjoying the content so far, please do me an absolutely huge favor. Share it, guys. Share it with somebody. Share it with everybody. Just share it with everybody. Just blast your friends with it. You can tell them I sent you. It's all good. But just trying to get the word out there. And word of mouth is the best marketing that will ever happen. So if you guys are liking it, please share it. Throw it up on your socials, whatever. Share it with a buddy. Text it to somebody. Email it to your grandpa. I don't care. Share it. Spread the word. For my Hastings Outdoors crew out there, all 5 of you loyal listeners, or 3 or 12 or 9,000, I don't know who it is. But for you guys that actually you come back regularly, I thank you. I'm glad you're here, to be honest with you, because otherwise I'm just talking to the garage, which honestly, it probably wouldn't stop me if I'm just talking to my garage. It's probably not the healthiest thing, but you know what? Oh, well. But thank you guys. I appreciate your support. And if you guys could show a brother some love and share this, share it, like it, post it, comment, all that good stuff. Subscribe. Help me out. I'd appreciate it. I'm not doing this for any sort of fame or recognition. And hopefully in the near future I can have Alamo on and he can testify to this fact that I really don't care for attention. I don't like to be in the limelight. I don't. Yeah, I know, right? Kind of weird, huh? But I really don't. I don't care. I don't care to get attention from the world at large. I don't thrive off that. I don't enjoy it, and really, I don't like large crowds. I don't. I'm actually, believe it or not, guys, I am actually pretty introverted by nature. And so I really have to work to in social settings to not be just kind of that weird dude in the corner who seems like he wants to leave. I've had to work on that throughout my life, and so thankfully I am extroverted enough to be socially not awkward, but also I have to work at this a little bit too. Which it's kind of crazy, but it's a lot easier to stare at a camera, even though I know it's going out to the interwebs and anyone can see it. It's a lot easier to stare at a camera than it is for me to talk in a giant social event. Not so much on stage because I don't really get stage fright. I don't know. Not a very outgoing guy. I try. But it just doesn't come naturally. Anywho, so I'm sure Alamo, if he listens to this, he's going to write down a note yeah, okay, make sure to talk about how weird this dude is sometimes or however it works out. But yeah, anywho's McCalls. I don't even know where I was going with that. I wish I could back it up and listen oh yeah, I think I was going this way with it, but it is what it is, guys. I pull no punches. What you see is what you get. I try to make decent-ish content. Hopefully you chuckle at work or wherever you're listening to this, and hopefully you can get at least one little tidbit of information to help you somehow. I don't know. I really don't know, but I make no promises and I do my best to tell the truth, and hey, here I am, guys. Hastings Outdoors. But yeah, so Man, I tell you what, this past week has been weird, and I'm not sure if it's just the changing of the season, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the weather uh, changing or what, or if it's just that time of year where it doesn't make any sense to me. But that time of year where the cold bugs, the viruses, and whatever start to make their rounds through the populace. I'm not sure, but I've not felt myself this week, and it's been kind of weird. I not to tell you guys like, hey, I didn't feel that great. But that being said, I didn't really get out and do any hunting. I didn't. The only thing that kind of interests me ish at this point was dove or possibly squirrel. I'm not too keen on both those just yet, and I'll get into that in just a moment. But no, spent some time this weekend with family. It was nice. It was just nice to kind of chill and just get that family time in. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Kind of nice. But yeah, so moving on and actually getting this podcast started after my weird aimless rant there for a second. Project updates. Guys, believe it or not, I finally got sorry, I was looking at it off camera here. I finally got that panel blind adjusted how I wanted to. And not to bore you guys with details who may have listened to it before, so all three of you can tune out for about a second here. Um, I made a makeshift panel blind, a DIY panel blind, whatever you want to call it, however you want to phrase it, out of conduit, half-inch EMT conduit, 4 elbows, 6 5-foot pieces of conduit, and some hardware, zip ties, and a zip ties. Struggling with that, and a camouflage tarp that I ended up putting some corn stalks on and stuff like that. So, real quick, 6 5-foot pieces of half-inch EMT conduit, 4 90-degree half-inch EMT elbows, and almost what was it? 8 half-inch EMT set screw connectors, couplers, whatever you want to call them. So you basically make the panel, use your couplers to put everything together. I use self-tapping screws on all the couplers, not just the set screws, and then made some legs for it to tilt. So you got slight tilt to it, covered panel with the tarp and corn and grass and all that stuff, and then the legs on the back. You sit behind it, good to go. The issue was that the legs, I left them full length because I wasn't sure what I would want or what I would like, what I need, being as I've actually never used a commercially produced panel blind before. This was just a DIY spur of the moment, off the top of my head project, and I left the legs at 5 foot and mounted them roughly close to the top of the blind itself. Wasn't a bad idea. It was functional. The only issue with that is carrying it by myself in the dark through a cornfield and stuff like that. Those legs hung down a good foot and change, 15 inches ballpark, I'm not sure. And they would catch on everything. Everything. And it was a giant pain in the butt. So the revision to the original design was to shorten the length of the legs. I took about 15 inches off of them, dropped them down on the side where they mounted to the panel itself, so that way when they fold, they don't stick out or protrude past the bottom of the panel. And that is simply for corn stalks and whatnot, and taking it through wherever I'm taking it, fields, corn stalks, grass, tall grass, whatever it may be, so that I can hold it up, shoulder height or whatever as I'm walking, and that the legs won't be catching on every single thing and trying to kill me in the dark. Maybe, maybe, maybe I just came up with a name for that panel blind, but I'm not sure. I'll save that for later. Anywho's calls it. I got that done, guys. I got it modified. I actually put some string on the in between the panel and the legs, so that way they can only swing out so far. And I got some little tiny bungee cords to fasten the legs to the frame itself. So that way when I'm carrying it, they're not swinging. They're short enough they're not going to catch anything. And then when I go to set it up, I don't have to worry about them overextending and it falling backwards or falling on itself and whatnots. So that's cool. I haven't got to use it yet, but hopefully sometime in the future, actually, Alamo and I can get out there, and if we see doves in the area, get out there and try to see what we can find. It's kind of crazy for you that have listened to the podcast for at least a handful of episodes. You'll know that I was struggling trying to find permission for private land, and now I'm like swimming in it. And so, yeah, if I see birds, I've got places I can go, as long as the birds are adjacent-ish to the places I can go. Let's put it that way. So, keeping my eyes on the power lines and just kind of keeping an eye on the weather, keeping the bird watch going to see if I see any doves up until October 15th, when dove closes for the first time for my general area here in Norte, Indiana, northern Indiana, for you guys who don't speak horrible Spanish. I don't even think that was Spanish. We'll move on from that. Pretend it didn't happen, right? That's the best thing. Just sweep all your problems under the rugs, ignore them, and then eventually they'll go away, right? That works. No, it doesn't work. Anywho, so that's it for the project updates, guys. As far as season prep guys go, the only thing I really have to really find time and kind of carve out time to work on is my goose calling, because I can't do it. As of right now, I can't do it. And full disclosure, guys, for those of you out there who are waterfowl hunters, you're looking to get into duck hunting, waterfowl hunting, goose calling, at least for me, seems to be an enigma. And it seems to be more difficult than duck calling. I picked up a duck call, and man, I wish I had a duck call here. I can even just show you the difference. The goose call I have, it's not a flute style. It's I don't even know what it is now. Honky tonk, Primos honky tonk. I don't know. It wasn't that expensive, so I'm not sure. But duck calling, it seemed to be a little more straightforward and easier to run the call and to get the calls how you ideally want them to sound, that kind of thing. And when it comes to goose hunting for me, I don't know if it's just a mental block. I don't know if it's just a mental handicap. I don't know what it is, but I for some reason struggle to get that call to break over and to basically train my tongue to work, function however it needs to break that call over. I can get it to break over, but it doesn't sound anything remotely close to like a goose call. So that is my season prep homework, if you will, that I'm working on currently and trying to hash out, because I added candidates to the spread, but if you can't call them, maybe they'll come in. If you build it, he will come. I don't think that works for geese. I really don't. Anywho, so definitely working on the calling, trying to get that squared away, or at least halfway functional. But man, I kind of felt silly, because just the other day I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need to get on that, but I've got other priorities. God, my wife and family come first, and then whatever whatever I can squeeze in, after chores and all that good stuff and whatnot. So time management, guys, and I'm going to do my best to get that on the docket for season prep and getting rolling with that. And hopefully I can embarrass myself just a little bit more if I get a halfway functional goose call, and share with you guys how competition ready I am with that amazing call that I'm definitely going to perform for you guys. Don't get your hopes up, guys. But yeah, that's season prep, guys. Other than that, it's pretty much a matter of re-rigging my decoys. I mentioned before that I'm actually staring at my decoys off camera. I need to quit doing that. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I'm just gonna wing it, guys. I'm gonna do what I do. If you guys like it, great. If not, thumbs up anyway, please. But so I'm in a goofy mood today, and I like it. Anywho, getting my decoys, my set changed up a little bit, because I had it set up for teal. I couldn't find anywhere that I could hunt for teal. I predominantly hunt public waters, and so I didn't see any birds. I wasn't seeing any birds, didn't see any birds, couldn't find any birds, and so just called it a wash. And so never got to throw those decoys out. But duck season is quickly approaching. I think it's already opened in Minnesota, some of the more northern areas, and so October 28th is when it kicks off for moi, aka Northern Indiana, the North Zone of Indiana, and so that leaves me with 26 days as of today. If you're listening to this on the day it releases, it will be 23 days. Yes, I can do math sometimes when I want to, if I have to. Anywho, so working on the goose calling and really trying to hammer that down because for whatever reason it seems just to evade me, and I don't know why. It's the goofiest thing because I've used various calls throughout my hunting experience. Duck calling, it really wasn't all that hard for me to pick up, and I don't know if that's just I don't know what to chalk that up to. It definitely seems easier, so that's definitely a factor or a variable. But goose calling, man, it just seems crazy. It seems like some sort of secret enigma. I have to crack the code before I can honky tonk. I don't know, guys. Anywho, I'm rambling about calling. That's what I'm doing right now. So if you're at work and you're listening to this, hey, it's got to be better than putting up with that one guy you don't like. Maybe. I don't know. It's free, so there's that, right? But yeah, so if you guys listened to the last episode, I actually had a chance to talk to good old Alamo about the shotgun challenge that we had. And now that I'm kind of thinking about it, I think you know what? I don't know. I'll see if Alamo's up for it. I'm not going to call him out on this, but I'll see if Alamo's up for it. We might have to revisit that challenge. But then again, we're both fathers, and we both have jobs, and we're grown men now, so maybe that challenge isn't advisable. But anywho, I got a chance to speak with Alamo about that challenge, and his memory definitely helped refresh my memory on a few aspects. And he did say, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this one because, like I said, guys, my memory on that one is spotty at best. He did say that we both got to a good amount of slugs out of that break action shotgun and decided, hey, we need to quit because this isn't going to work out. So, just a minor redaction of the previous episode. I thought Alamo quit first, but I will give him the benefit of the doubt and save his man card a little bit. I don't know. That we both decided to stop because our shoulders were pretty well numb. And he did mention after the fact, and I'm not going to go into too many details with this, guys, but what the crap? That bird totally just tried to go Harry Carey into my window. That was kind of cool, kind of creepy. It didn't scare me by any means because it's a bird. I saw it was a bird. But, man, that bird needs some counseling or something. Anywho, welcome to Hastings Outdoors. But, yeah, he did remind me after the fact that our shoulders were pretty bruised for a good long while after that. So words to the wise, just like in the last episode, if you want to purchase a shotgun or you're wanting to get into shotgun shooting, hunting, whatever it may be, break action shotguns, they're a bit of a relic. They're functional. There's not a lot to go wrong, but they do leave a lot to be desired in the recoil management department because they kick like a mule. It's not, I would say, for most grown men and most women out there, it's not that bad. So if you want to get like a rifled single shot 12 gauge or 20 gauge or something like that for deer hunting, or maybe you just want one for turkey hunting, whatever it may be. If you're only shooting 1 to 2 rounds a day or a hunt or whatever it may be, go for it. I will warn you, it does kick more than you're thinking, and it don't be afraid of it because, whatever. Use proper recoil management techniques. Hold the gun firmly. Find a shooting instructor. Find a buddy who shoots. I use that loosely because you never know. But find a shooting instructor, find some videos on YouTube, something like that, and learn proper recoil management techniques. Lean forward. I know a lot of people, for some reason, when they're shooting anything, they have this tendency to push their shoulders back, so they're almost in a reclined position. So their weight is off center. It's actually rear of center. Sorry, I'm a little too far from the mic there, guys. But they lean their shoulders back, and they're a lot of their weight becomes rear of center. So you're starting at a slight tilt, and the recoil in the direction that the recoil is going to travel. And so it's just not a good idea. It's not going to help you shoot. It's not going to help you manage that recoil because all that recoil is going to where you're leaning, so you have no way to compensate for it. And your aim is going to be very difficult, and it's going to be a very unpleasant shooting experience for you. Gosh, I'm getting kind of the weeds on recoil management here, but general rule of thumb, uh, I'm gonna graze over the highlights of recoil management for you guys. Um, why? Because it's Hastings Outdoors, guys. Welcome. Come on in, have a seat. Um, but general rules of thumb for recoil management. Obviously, practice all the firearm safety rules. Be mindful. Treat every firearm as if it's loaded, always in the safe direction, and don't touch the trigger until you're ready to fire. That's just a brief overview. Do your homework, research firearm safety, proper handling, usage, and storage, all that good stuff. Do your homework. It's your responsibility. And I want everyone to enjoy firearms, hunting, the lot, but also do so in a safe, proper, and responsible manner so that you can have a clean conscience about it. No one gets hurt. You can have a good time. It's enjoyable. That being said, a few tips for you guys for recoil management. Feet shoulder width apart, uh, knees slightly bent, weight slightly forward, elbows not locked out, a little bit of bend in the elbows. And as far as grip goes, YouTube that, find an instructor. I'm not gonna. That's a lot to cover, and it's really hard to do just verbally. I mean, I can kind of try to show you stuff here, but yeah, find a video that is specifically geared towards that, and it'll help you. So, brief overview, just to reiterate. It's been one of those days, guys. It's a Monday for me. Hopefully, it's a Tuesday for you, or after that. I mean, theoretically, you could be listening to this on a Monday, but that means you're a little behind. But it's all good. You're still welcome. But so, sorry. It's been one of those days, guys. It's just been one of those days. Coming off of a weird week. Work's been kind of weird lately. And, man, it's just life. So you roll with the punches. But recoil management, feet shoulder width apart, an athletic stance. I mentioned that before. Knees slightly bent. Don't lock your knees out. Weight slightly forward above your waist a hair, or in front of your waist a hair, leaning forward, and elbows slightly cocked. You don't want to shoot from here, but you also don't want to shoot with your elbow locked out. So all that recoil is just right there. It makes it hard on your wrist, and all that energy travels up your bones, and it's no bueno. But firm grip on the gun, that kind of thing. That's mostly for handguns. So you want a firm grip on the gun, elbows slightly relaxed. If you're shooting a long gun, definitely lean forward. When it comes to shooting long guns, I like to put my non-dominant foot forward with my dominant side foot back slightly, and more of a forward stance, really. Leaning forward a little bit more. The bigger the gun, the more you want to kind of lean. You don't want to be all the way over because that's just ridiculous. But like I said, guys, YouTube. But I'm getting really long-winded on that, and I did not intend to do that whatsoever. But recoil management will help you tremendously with a single shot shotgun. You can try recoil pads. I have not had the best success with those, especially the cheaper ones, like the sleeve style that slides on the butt of your gun. That to me is just, it's not worth it because for comfort, you're sacrificing your accuracy. And the reason I say that is because when you slide one of those, I think Limb Saver used to make them back in the day. I don't know. I think there's several companies that make them, but it's a sleeve that essentially has a cushion that on the end of it, and it slides onto your buttstock. And yes, it helps tremendously with the felt recoil. However, it also moves the axis of the gun depending on the how that pad recoil pad fits, and depending on excuse me, guys, depending on the softness or the thickness of that pad, it can deviate where the butt of the gun is on your shoulder, and then obviously if the shoulder sorry guys, I'm trying to give you a visual here, but I'm also boogering it up at the same time. So if pretend this is the butt of the gun, so it'd be on my shoulder, but if this is moving back here, I'm trying to give you visual best I can, ladies and gentlemen. If the butt is moving across your shoulder and it's not in a anchored point, the barrel is also, this is going to be kind of harder for you guys to see, the barrel is also moving. So you can't move the butt of the gun without moving the barrel of the gun, and if you can, at least sideways, get rid of that gun or find a blacksmith. Did I say blacksmith? Yeah, find a blacksmith so he can forge you a new gun. Yep. Yeah, this guy is definitely on point today. Whew. Find a gunsmith, guys. I tell you what, the struggle is real, folks. Struggle is real. I think the struggle bus pulled up a while ago, and I think I actually accidentally got ran over it, but don't remember it. It's all good. I don't take myself too serious, and honestly, I recommend it for everyone. It's much better that way. But so I got long-winded on a rant for who knows how long about recoil management and stuff you can do for that. But just be warned, if you do want to get a single shot, especially a single shot break action shotgun, there's a lot of felt recoil there. Do your due diligence. Learn how to speak the English language for one. If that's the language that's commonly used, it's not a rule. It's more of a guideline. And also, definitely do. Oh, boy, that air just snuck up there and choked the crap out of me. Also, do your homework. Get on YouTube, do some research, check out tips for recoil management. I'm sure there are a plethora of trained individuals that can help you via YouTube, all that good stuff. But it's not to dissuade anyone from the amazing reliability of a single shot break action shotgun by any means. But I do want to throw a PSA out there ad nauseum at this point, that, yeah, know what you're getting into. I don't want to scare anyone away, and I would hate to see anyone actually get hurt by not knowing. So now you know. Anywho, so little tidbit. It's kind of down the same trail, but a little tidbit. I did speak with Alamo, and I don't know when. I don't know when as of yet, but guys, Alamo is going to be a guest on Hastings Outdoors. You will finally see his smiling, beautiful face in a seat next to me for your viewing pleasure and audio and entertainment. We'll go with that. But yeah, I spoke with Alamo, and we kind of relived some tidbits of some goofy stories, and I told him, I said, hey man, and Alamo, if you're listening to this, here's another reminder for you, buddy. Write down all the goofy stuff we've done, all the crazy stories and whatnot, and we will just have story time here on Hastings Outdoors. Man, it's been one of those days for sure. It's been like one of those weeks, really. Just chugging right along, getting through it, getting work done, but man, not feeling sharp, not feeling like on point, and I don't like that. So we're going to remedy that here shortly and get back on track with my responsibilities. But yeah, man, Yeah, so along with Alamo being on the podcast, guys, I don't have a date in mind. I do apologize, but life as it is, priorities come first. And like I said, guys, this is a hobby. I don't look to get rich. I'm not looking for any kind of fame. I'm just wanting to share some tidbits, tricks, stories, DIY stuff, outdoors, whatever. Share my experience with you guys uh, for entertainment purposes. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully you can pick up some tidbits along the way that'll help you. Like, hey, the panel blind. In case you guys are wondering, I did speak about this in depth on other episodes. So go back a few, you'll figure it out. But the panel blind itself, guys, I share that with you, and I shared the updates, the project updates with you guys, because if you are looking to do any kind of field hunting for dove, or you could probably use it for turkey if you wanted to. You'd probably have to modify it a little bit, get it a little bit lower. Um, Potentially use it for predator hunting. Potentially use it for field hunting waterfowl, that kind of thing. Um, if you guys have checked prices on panel blinds, they're really expensive in my opinion. Now, if you check it out and your budget allows you to, hey, go drop money on one, then be my guest. More power to you. Um, and high five for that. High five. But for me, I like to do things the DIY way, just because I like saving money, not spending money. And when I see something like a panel blind that I feel like I can make something functional for a lot less, then yeah, I'm definitely going to jump on board with that. And so that's why I'm out here doing this. But just for your information, if you guys are looking into a panel blind, I think I spent ballpark 50, $60 on the materials. So 50, 60 versus 3 to 400. Your call. It's not my call for you guys. Um, but I've explained how I made that, and that's why I'm here. I'm here for the people who have full-time jobs, they have families, they have responsibilities, they don't get to hunt all the time. Maybe your work schedule doesn't allow it. Um, but I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you. Not in that way. I'm here to share my tips and tricks and all that good stuff for you guys. So you guys can get out there, get after it, to pursue a passion, a hobby, a dream, whatever it may be. And so you don't have to feel like you have to drop money. You don't have to drop money on it. You don't have to spend money left and right to get into it, that kind of thing. You can get out there, you can have success, you can hunt, you can fish, enjoy the outdoors, and not go broke doing it. So that's why I'm here, guys. I'm here for the working the working folks, the average American. That's why I'm here. Yeah. Anywho, guys, I apologize. It has been a ridiculous week. It's been a ridiculous day so far, and I'm probably just going to cut this short here very soon, uh, because uh, I feel just kind of fried, and not in a drug induced manner. I mean in a life in a life induced manner. Um, Not in the Colorado sense, but yeah, in the sober I've been working and whatnot since. I should probably just delete this podcast. I probably should. It's just too much, guys. It's too much. It's a little over the top, a little ridiculous. But anywho's, it's like I said in the beginning of this podcast, if you guys could do me a massive favor, uh, show some love, I would greatly appreciate it. Um, I am not looking to get rich doing this. I'm not looking to make money doing this. I am not looking for fame, just so you know. Um, but I do want to share this with as many people who may enjoy it and may get some tidbits and tricks along the way. And worst case scenario, you have something to listen to other than that one guy at work that you just don't want to listen to. You know what I'm talking about. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, no. You know exactly who I'm talking about. It's that one guy. Everyone knows that one guy. No one says much to that one guy because they don't want to crack that can of worms and listen to his stories about God knows what for God knows how long. And yeah, Jesus loves him too. I get that. But you have a job to do. And if it helps you get through the day, then cool. I did something good, I guess. Anywho, guys, I am just worn out, burnt out, and that's about it. So please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. You're going to hear that here momentarily anyway. But help a brother out. Share it with somebody you think will enjoy it. And share it with somebody who you don't think will enjoy it. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll be really annoyed by the fact that I don't take myself super serious with this. I don't know. So hey, on the flip side of that coin, if you know someone who gets really annoyed by someone who just enjoys life, send them the podcast. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. But nah, whatever. You guys live your life how you see fit. It's not up to me. Anywho's and McCall's, guys, stay tuned for the next episode. I promise I will do that. I'll bring you better content next time. I will. I might not. I'm not sure, guys. It just depends on what I have to do this week. But I appreciate you guys listening, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. Check out Hastings Outdoors on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Thanks for listening.